Okay, sorry for that 10 seconds of silence. I was trying to give my microphone on my low budget computer time to adjust to so that you can actually hear me. So it's 3:10 p.m. March the 7th, 2022. And I'm having a good day. Had a good day yesterday. Uh, Yesterday evening was really good. And I just figured to celebrate, and I'm going to say it. I've already seen some videos in which I figured already that people might be making fun of someone being pleased that they got their first subscriber. But I had been thinking about it. I had been thinking about making a video of gratitude for it, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure at first. And a few days went by, and I thought, you know what? When somebody likes your content, the least you can do is let them know that you appreciate the fact that they like your content and want to subscribe. So I decided to go ahead and make a thank you video to be considerate of that person. So if that's considered to be uncool or stupid or a sign of weakness, I don't care. Because kindness, in my eyes, is not a weakness. So I am going to celebrate that first subscriber and that first subscription. And the fact that how well yesterday evening went. Where I felt well enough uh, to start to come out of my depression because of things that I was going through and getting tired of putting up with it, to where I actually decided to start taking care of myself again. So, as part of me celebrating, feeling good again, and having that first subscriber, I'm going to have this can of great value sliced carrots because they are delicious and I love carrots. And it's good for your eyes and good for your skin. So, this is going to be a mini mukbang of sliced carrots eaten right out of the can, the best way to eat it. And here goes. Mm, mm, mm. It takes me longer to chew stuff than it does most other people because I've had so many teeth pulled over the years. When they get in there and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have to feel that," I'm like, "No, no, just pull it out, please, just pull it." That's because when I was a little kid, I overheard my brother complaining about one time when he went to the dentist that they did not give him enough anesthetic. And he said that when they was giving him the root canal, that when the drill went down in there, that he felt one of those nerves wrap around the drill. He was talking about how painful it was, and I overheard him talking about that. And that was one of the things that caused me, while growing up, to decide that I did not ever want to have a root canal. So whenever a tooth is bad enough that it needs to be have something done to it, I'll tell them, no, please, just pull it out, just pull it. Funny thing is, I have a moderate tolerance for pain, but the idea, as bad as a toothache can be, I sure don't want to feel that nerve wrap around the drill and be yanked out. Gosh, I can't even begin to imagine how painful that must be. Mm, there's a bad one. Got a bad spot on it. Well, waste not, want to not. So I'll eat the part that doesn't have a bad spot. Another thing I like about the Great Value canned carrots, they also have miniature ones that have pop top lids. You can just pop it right off and start eating. I also thoroughly enjoy the broth. Mm. If it were heated, it would taste just like soup. Can you imagine this with celery and onions and maybe a little bit of garlic? Oh my gosh. You know, budget food, when it tastes good and it has good texture, there are a few things that can compare to that. The pleasure of eating something nice and not having to pay a lot for it. Especially when it's something that's good for your body. I know. I remember a couple of times when I was growing up, my mom telling me about this woman who was a friend of the family, that she ate carrots so much that her skin had a yellow tinge to it. And it does affect your skin. I mean, it's good for your vision. Since I went off of eye drops, since I tapered myself off of eye drops, and started eating carrots and other uh, vegetables out of the can, and just eating eating well, eating more fish, and stuff that's just generally good for you. I no longer feel pressure in my eyes. I don't feel that pain. And I'm a smoker. You know, the pressure in your eyes is higher in the mornings. And you add smoking on top of that, it's going to make it hurt more. I smoke and my eyes do not hurt unless I get to where I don't eat carrots as often as I used to if I take a long break from eating carrots. So, let's see. I have a review coming up on the 1/10th scale, New Bright, heavy metal Jeep Wrangler. I took it out and drove it around. So I will have a review coming up for that. I would have done it sooner, but things just didn't work out the way I planned. Oh my gosh. So let's see. I still have to take the Forza Funko F9 out and drive it around a little more before I'll be ready to give a review on it as well. Then I have another unboxing coming up that I've been putting off for a long time. I've been having to discipline myself not to go ahead and open it. That's the Adventure Force Blaze Buggy, which is in the same family as the Rock Runner, the Burnout Buggy, uh, the Savage 2 by AMAX, and the Rock Force by AMAX. I had a Tamiya TTO1D, which is a 1/10 scale drift car. I got that in a trade years ago. I traded my Axial SCX10 Dingo for that and a Nintendo Wii. When it got cold weather, and I cannot stand cold weather. And therefore, I could not enjoy my Axial. It just sat. I had to look at it just sitting, which was torture. So I decided that I would put it up for sale or trade on Craigslist back then. And yeah, there was a guy who wanted it really bad who contacted me more than once. And at first, I wasn't interested in the car. And he said, "Would you take a Wii?" And I was like, I don't know. I said, "You mean the car and the Wii?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, let me think about it." I said, "Give me your number." Let me think. That's right. We had a blocker on the phone. Couldn't make long distance calls, and he lived a little bit far away. So I told him to give me time to think about it and call me back, and I'd let him know my answer. And I decided to go along with it, which was good at the time because that was my first time having a Nintendo Wii, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was a fun little system, and it kept me entertained during the cold winter months. But it didn't take me long to start missing that truck. Which was my first hobby grade crawler, my first RC crawler at all, really, save for my X mod. But so mm, mm. Trying to remember, my focus is going out. Got this focus problem that comes and goes. So yeah, that's how I ended up with that car. It has a carbon fiber chassis with aluminum upgrades. It's all-wheel drive. Has the drift gyro. And I added when I first got it, he had a new bright modern day Dodge Charger body on it. And I ended up going with a Pro Line Dodge Stratus body and some Traxless, listen to me, Traxxas, um, Traxxas wheels with drift tires that are already mounted on the rims when you get them. So the reason I brought this car up is because it mostly sits around, just sits and collecting dust. I've tried to sell it a few times in the past and nobody wanted it. So I've been watching some videos of people upgrading their double bridge crawler clones to proportional steering and throttle using hobby grade electronics and servos. And I thought that's what I want to do with my Rock Force. And I got online and looked around at some stuff and was going to go that route. And then I decided, you know what? There are pieces out of that car that I can use, not just for that project, but for an X Mods crawler project. Because I do need additional ball bearings. And who knows what else. So yeah, I decided just to go ahead and take her apart. So night before last, I started stripping it. And then now I have a servo, receiver, and all that. I'm gonna tell you something. X Mods Evolution ball bearings are very scarce, very hard to find. And even when you do find them, people they want so much money for them. They're not like the ball bearings that came with the Generation 1 X Mods, the little bitty ones. No, these are a little bit bigger. They're almost the size of Fruit Loops, but with a larger hole in the middle, like a ring. So the ones that I pulled out of the drift car are a little bit wider than that, but they look like they're roughly the same diameter. Put my hood up because my head is cold and my neck is cold. But yeah, they look to be roughly the same diameter. So anyway, this is the first time I've done any kind of mukbang video, and I called it a mini mukbang because it was just a can of carrots. So, you know, it is what it is. It is a me sitting eating canned food video while talking about things. So if you like this sort of thing, people eating and talking, between chewing their food. I thought before I looked up the exact definition, I thought that a mukbang video was where you just sit down and eat massive amounts of food. I didn't know that you were supposed to talk while doing it. So I decided to find something to talk about while doing it. And there it is. So if you like this sort of thing and you want to see more of it, then give this video a like and subscribe, because I don't mind doing this. I love eating delicious food. And I like talking about things that upcoming projects and even things that I have on the back burner that I plan on returning to. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. And I will press stop now. Stop!